Here's some questions real quick for you. People always ask questions on the Instagram and the. What is Steven's favorite Carl Pilkington memory at Just the Beebs? Liam Beebe.
Well, I think with Carl, it was, for those that don't know, we did this radio show, as I mentioned, Ricky and I. And, if you've been listening since the beginning of the podcast, you'll recall when we last left our heroes, they'd been fired from that radio station. Well, after the success of our TV stuff, they invited us back and we returned as the conquering heroes. And we hosted a radio show. And that was where we were given a man to produce and press the buttons. And that guy was Karl Pilkington. And Carl, we thought, was just a guy, just a tech guy and a producer guy. And we started asking him questions on air, and lo and behold, it was a goldmine of brilliance. And I think my fondest memory is the first moment we were talking about something on the air, and Carl was telling a story, and he said, blah, 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 and the next door neighbours who kept a horse in their house. Anyway, they'd gone away for the weekend, and we were like, "Whoa, what?
They kept a horse
in the house?" And he's like, "Yeah." Anyway, and he didn't realise that was the interesting part of the story. He just thought that was a bit of
that's not a big deal.
That's not a big deal. And then we pursued whatever avenue that was, and we found out about this crazy family with a horse in the house. And I think that was when we're like, "Oh, this guy's just gonna." It's just incredible.
Do you keep in touch? You talk to him a lot?
I saw him. He was here in LA. I saw him just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you just think does it make you smile right when you see him?
He's just a sweet man. He's just a great man, a really great guy. Terrific. And I love him.
Do you, I guess in your age, right? Not that you're old, but you like to just hang out. You like to work and hang out with people that you just adore or like, who just enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
We're too old for this shit.
Right.
We got to enjoy people. People who either help us, work-wise and fulfill our dreams, or people that are we're
Just
amused by
people.
them, or good people, good heart.
Absolutely.
At NeoStar84, my question for Steve would be, if you could choose another moment in history to reenact on Drunk History, what would it be? Because you played Lincoln twice.
I've done Lincoln twice.
Right.
Yeah.
You're the only person to have, right?
Well, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Because, where in history? What in history? I think for me as well, it's sort of one of the reasons I don't like costume parties, or as we call it in England, fancy dress, is if I'm going to do a costume, I like it to be exact. So if I'm going to play a character from a movie, I want to look like the character in the movie. And problem is, when you're 6'7", with beard and glasses, if you think about it, there aren't that many people that you can pretend to be.
Right.
And so there's similarly with history. Like, I was frustrated when I did Lincoln. In one of them, I had the beard wasn't quite right. I had the mustachio top lip, and I felt like I wasn't willing to shave it off because I was being a diva, but at the same time, it wasn't appropriate. And so I got frustrated. Whenever I see a clip of that, I'm like, the beard's not right. And so I'm thinking...
Was that your last time on?
That was my last time on. And then I'm thinking, well, hang on, who in history could I play that, you know what I mean, I'm a good match for, that I accurately could
I think you could, you're thin like me,
right.
But... I look at your facial hair. Maybe even you could do a Teddy Roosevelt.
That would be yes. That makes more sense.
See, I can see you because he was a big guy, right?
Or maybe Colonel Saunders. Is he a historical figure?
But everybody's been doing him, right?
Oh, that's true.
Just a little too much. But
Wild Bill Hickok.
Sure,
he doesn't have glasses though.
He doesn't have well, you don't have to have glasses. But
then I can't see anything.
You need glasses, or you can't see shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, can you see when you take them off? Can you see anything? Is it blur?
It's a blur. It's all a blur.
It's a blur.
Yeah.
Why don't you get contacts?
I just feel like at this point, A, glasses are my shtick, and B, it seems very fiddly. Just putting contact lenses in my eyes.
What about that? What's it called? LASIK? That's what I meant.
I'm nervous around lasers. I grew up watching James Bond movies in which lasers were very dangerous. They could cut through steel. A Goldfinger was going to kill Bond with the laser. Why would I put that near my eyes?
At moo.loves, last question. Where's your favorite hangout in Bristol, and what's so good about it?
My favorite hangout in Bristol, that's my hometown. I don't really, I mean, when I visit there, I normally hang out with my relatives. So I guess my parents' conservatory, the sort of glass room on the back of their house, is that my favorite hangout in Bristol?
It could be.
Yeah.
Or the library. How do you say
the library?
How do you say library? How do you say library in English?
Library.
Is it library?
Yeah.
I thought it was, you say it funny.
Library?
How would you say librarian?
Librarian.
It's the same thing. I thought it was librarian.
Librarian?
No, it's not librarian. It's just librarian. Fuck's sake. All right, this has been a real treat, man. I thank you for allowing me to be inside of you today.
Of course, you're always, as I said before, you're always welcome inside.
Seldom do you find someone who has their shit together.
Yep.
You love yourself?
I don't say I love myself, but I think, we get on.
Yeah?
We get on okay.
Sometimes you're like, hey, you're a good dude.
Yeah.
I like what you do.
I do have a thing which, and this sounds like something someone would say who has very low self-esteem. If I disappear off the planet, everyone will be fine. They'll be fine. No one needs me.
I would be very upset.
I appreciate that, but you'd be fine. You'd get on fine without me. You'd be like, oh, that guy's gone. Okay, and then you get on with your life. And I feel that most I think.
Well, I think anybody thinks that. Exactly. Certainly Rob.
But I don't know. I think they're probably
right.
Yeah, but no one would miss Rob. But my point is,
I'm joking. I would.
I think there's some people who do think they're everything, right? Aren't there some people that believe they're the shit?
They really love themselves.
Don't you think so?
Yes, I think there are a lot of people that really love themselves. I think that you were always striving for that, right? We were always like, hey, I want to be a good human being. Eventually, I want to say, hey, I'm a good person. I try to be a good person every day. I think that's important. Do the right thing. Say the right thing. Right. Try to help your fellow man. I mean, that's what you do, right? That's what we do.
Try not to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think ending it on that's pretty good. Try not to be an asshole.
If there was a message for the world, it is try not to be an asshole.
Much love. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.